been the case. Same with TY. You know, he's kind of only recently came back into power. He had a pretty slumpy year. But, you know, his last 7, 8 Pro League matches have all been wins except for one against Sue.
That's true. He's just looking at
That's all you have to say. That's true.
That's all I have to say, man.
That's all you need to say, Wolf.
It's true. I confirm this information.
It's a solid fact here.
Well, look at Pigbaby's official results. 4-2. Very few games played, but it's still a positive record. Only one map played in Pro League. I think it was one of those times when we had like some of the players traveling to DreamHack or something like that, and we didn't end up losing it. But I really have to echo this idea. Do not take this guy lightly.
That was due to departure as well, mind you. He lost that one game. Then they're like, all right, you're benched. You're done. One game this year.
Keep in mind that was also in March. So it's been so long since we saw this guy.
Big thing to say. I mean, we're having to look at their stats right now. That's a lot of losses for Pigbaby. Clearly a sniper play. Clearly something planned for this match because they do not plan to send him against TY unprepared.
Have to agree. This is not going to be an easy one. Pigbaby is actually 2-0 versus TY in head-to-head records on the other hand, but that's probably from TY's earlier days of transitioning, whereas Pigbaby's been playing Starcraft 2 a bit longer.
Well, guys, let's jump into game number 2 right now. It's going to be on Iron Fortress here between TY and Pigbaby. Up here in the top left, in the red, for KT Rolster, another Terran player here, it is TY.
And down here to the bottom right, for Jin Air Green Wings, it is a WCS America champion. It is Pigbaby, known to be one of the cheesiest players in all of Pro League, as well as, you know, his runs through other tournaments.
Yeah, it's been so rare to see him play in recent times. It's kind of a mystery, but he's always been that aggressive Protoss player. Certainly not going to favor him cross-map on this kind of map as well, Iron Fortress. So big.
I feel like you can almost compare Pigbaby to a less refined MC or Parting. You know, he's always aggressive, he's always attacking, he will pull out the cheeses, but he's just not able to find the success with it. It seems like sometimes he gets scouted too much, he's too predictable, or, you know, his micro just simply isn't as good as these other players.
Yeah, you could definitely see a bit of that for sure. My question is here, is he going to be going for this, especially after he does scout TY cross-map? I mean, he's out on Iron Fortress. I think they were definitely looking for a snipe here, at least against a Terran or a Zerg. But I don't know if this is really going to work out here. I think TY is going to be very prepared, going to be scouting a lot because, as you were saying before, he's very predictable. Pigbaby is, and I think he's going to be ready.
It's a dangerous Protoss player. He should be pretty happy with these positions and this map as well, certainly favoring TY, so long as he survives that early game and figures out exactly what's going on. And, you know, with this early build with gas, he'll have that opportunity if he makes a Reaper.
That's true. I'm not sure if he will, but I suppose versus Pigbaby, if I were the coach and if I were even TY kind of looking into myself, I'd be like, normally skip the Reaper on this map versus any normal Protoss, but versus Pigbaby, probably best to make it. He is, however, going to skip it. Reactor first here.
Just a quick reactor straight into that command center instead. So making sure he has enough Marines out for anything instead.
He's going to barrack scout too with this SCV, so he's not like skipping the Reaper and just not scouting. He is, you know, going to
He's not pulling
check.
a flash, like making a CC on the low ground first and then just not scouting and hoping it works out, you know?
All right, well, still not exactly sure what Pigbaby has planned, but he does have those double gases pumping now, so he's clearly planning to get a tech out. It's about what exactly. Could be that Stargate, considering he's got that perfect 150.
Starts to look that way.
Maybe nothing.
Nexus first, though.
Straight into that Nexus.
Yeah, Nexus into Stargate, I think, is the way. Oh? Okay.
That'd be ambitious as well.
I mean, he had the double gas, but I think he was only mining from them, you know, 2 in each gas for a while there. I mean, he does have the gas here for sure. There is the Stargates coming in after the Mothership Core. Mothership Core going to help with denying the scout.
Man, look where it is as well. It's going to take so long to get to TY's base. He's going to have more than enough Marines to deal with it.
And this, if this SCV went into the base, of course he doesn't know. He's not assuming that Pigbaby's doing such a greedy rush to Stargate. He could have absolutely scouted it.
Oh, Perp does survive for now. Looking for that command center. Not going to find it just yet either. It's going to leave him in the dark.
Yeah. And with this many Marines out here, and with the Stargate this far away, and not the fastest Stargate we also could have had here, I think TY, he's got enough stuff here to push this away.
I almost wonder if this is going to be Phoenix's. No. Just because, just echoing everything you guys just said, this just doesn't seem like it's going to be very effective at these positions at this timing, right? And I find this to be almost forced. Because we are at cross bonds and because we don't know if he's going to commit to more than one Oracle or what he's going to do as a follow-up, this Oracle could come in and get 2, 3 SCV kills and just be a scout for the rest of the game, and he takes a fast third. Let's see. But it does feel like he's really trying to force this to happen at cross spawns.
I think it could be saving up for 2 oracles before he flies in. That would make a lot of sense as well. He's going to just build them up and then go for the big hits instead of... obviously, a rush is not going to do much in this kind of situation. This sort of spawns. And when you're putting a Stargate at the back of your base like this, you clearly have no intention of rushing it across the map.
Maybe he'll go into, multiple oracles here in some kind of rush. He's also got a probe pretty far forward looking to possibly put down a forward pylon.
Yeah, this could be like a 6 gateway follow-up after this or something crazy. We have seen it before.
He doesn't take either of the gases at his natural here, so...
Yeah, not yet.
He's making only stalkers, no sentries.
Well, let's have a look at when he starts to cut probes as well. It's really a big tell about these all-ins from Protoss.
Adding a few gates, but potentially just for safety. Let's keep a very close eye on what he does next. TY is going to come back in here and scout. The Nexus is going to see no gases. This is a bit sloppy to allow this. Meanwhile, he's microing his Oracle. That's probably why.
He's going to get 2 kills. Nice micro there, but as you did mention, SCV does get a pretty nice scout here because of it. You have 1 bunker coming down here, and he does not see that very forward pylon.
It's a fake. He wants him to panic and add a lot of bunkers. I think we're going to see... I think we're just going to see a 3rd Nexus from this. He's continuing pro production. He doesn't have very many gateways.
It's a nice mind game, and it certainly will make TY panic considering the player he's up against.
This is actually a really cool build out of Pigbaby, I have to say. He's really playing to what his opponent knows about him. He hasn't seen him that often, and it's going to work, I think. There's already 2 bunkers coming up here at the front, and TY is making 2 turrets. He's really not sure exactly what's coming his way.
Oh, look at this as well. Oh, thankfully the turret finishes just in time. Otherwise, these Oracles could have done a lot of damage.
TY's defense, though, always one of the best defenses in this matchup in the world. I'd actually just go as far as to say it is the best, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
He is playing very safely here, but he's not cutting, too much because he only made 2 bunkers. He's not really scared about Blink in the main. He knows because this map doesn't really allow for Blink in the main. He's seen these Oracles already. He's only going to make 2 bunkers, so that's 1 extra bunker. That's it. His production hasn't been affected that much.
Got to be careful with these Oracles. Yeah, I think TY's in a great place right now. He's just waiting for those medivacs to come out.
He knows there's a 3rd base.
Yeah, he has a fair idea. He can go for a pretty strong timing behind this as well.
And if you look at the player cams to the bottom left, TY looks calm, so calm, and Pigbaby looks like he's trying to crack the Matrix code. He's trying so hard to make this build work. Whereas it's almost like TY has just been told, play reactionary. You are the better player. You have more success than this guy in this matchup. Just figure out what he's doing and beat it. Just play calm defensively.
So now we are going to go into a bit of this, mid-macro game here. Pigbaby on 3 bases. This is generally something you don't see out of Protoss because of how hard it is to hold that 3rd base. So TY definitely going to be looking to exploit that, come in towards the back of the 3rd, drop it there, maybe go into the main as well. Really pull Pigbaby out of position, especially with the build that Pigbaby's gone for.
Look at this.
6 gates.
Yeah.
It's very greedy. It's coming online very late as well. If TY is to move across the map now and go for a pretty powerful timing with +1, I think he could just maybe take a base out. It's going to be Blink Stalkers.
It's going to be straight up Blink Stalkers with a massive amount of gates.
This is this is a kind of a take on Parting's beginning of his career. Take a fast 3rd base, make a ton of gateways, and crush the Terran pressure that comes to greet you after you fake 2-base aggression. Parting built the beginning of his career on this matchup, on play like this, and you just simply kind of bait the Terran into attacking you while he thinks you're on 3-base, taking up to Colossi, maybe getting a charge out and getting Temple Archives, but instead he's just going for a massive Blink Stalker play, just mass Blink Stalker, and with good micro versus small Bioforces, you can absolutely win the fight.
And this army of TY is a bit split up.
Oh,
The blink is done right now. Combat Shields is not done either. Here comes Pigbaby looking for the kills.
This is actually a lot of damage done. He's going to be in a horrible place. All the bunkers have been salvaged at this point, and he's rushing across the map with pylons in place.
Yep. TY's even turning his drop around to defend, and he's got no bunkers up. This is a big problem. He needs to unload these units. This is already so many stalkers. It's like 30-plus stalkers here.
And here come the Oracles in the front at the same time. The SCVs do have to build. Be bold here, and finally we do see the sentries joining in here. Some force fields coming down, but this is just so much Protoss in the face of TY.
Guardian Shield, double, time warps, and Pigbaby is going to do it.
Look at
Mass
this
Blink
Vulcan.
Stalker.
There's so much. Still, there's a lot of Marauders left over, and they do have Stim right now. A couple of medivacs on top. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be a close fight.
He's already lost so many SCVs at the same time. Finally, Pigbaby moving back just a bit, but even looking at this army, I don't think it's enough, even with all these Marauders.
Yeah, big supply difference.
This is too much. I mean, with a small Marauder count like this, the Stalkers do bonus damage to to those Marauders. They're just going to wipe them off the map so fast.
No third base for TY at all either. And here comes the final push. GG! Pigbaby is taking down TY in the second game.
Things should not be happening this way, but what a great build from Pigbaby. Such an aggressive one. It almost looked like a Protoss versus Zerg build.
I have to say, you know, it did look like a PvZ build. I want to rehash my ideas earlier about what Parting was doing back on like Tal'Darim Altar, Terminus Re. Before he was famous, before he was winning a lot of tournaments, he was the player who was changing the meta, doing his fast third bases. Once the map pool, it was like right around the time the GSL stopped using the ladder map pool. They made their own, and the map started getting bigger, and this sort of meta started to evolve. We saw Parting use builds like this. We saw Squirtle use builds like this. And now this is not really popular. It's not really viable in the current meta, but in a best-of-1 snipe build, this is just a sick strategy to do. And I feel like just looking at these first two games, Jin Air is prepared for best-of-1's better. I almost feel like the KT players are looking at it saying, it's the same as everyone is thinking. All 6 commentators, 6-0 prediction, saying you are better. Play defensively, you win the series. But these two players, one finds a hole in Flash's defense. The second one just does a crazy mind game, fakes aggression, goes into double oracles, constantly harasses, doesn't lose them, and goes into Mass Blink Stalker off of like 8-9 gates.
It was a fantastic tempo play. That's just, it's not supposed to work when we think about this matchup, but just because of the position that Pigbaby put himself in that game in the first place, got far enough ahead, got that third base up, was able to afford that many gates, he was able to go for that build. And it was just a fantastically prepared build, as you did say. Well, we saw this before out of, I think it was Spenu against SKT, where they took a 3-0. They just, they're very prepared.
Absolutely, and look at that. Super versus Cure is going to be the next map. This could be another win for Jin Air at this rate. Cure could be very prepared, and Super, another one of these kind of players that doesn't get enough time in Pro League.
I think we were all expecting a 2-0 for KT coming into this match, and after what we've seen out of Cure before, we weren't expecting him to have that great of a chance, but here, in this game, maybe he does. Guys, we're going to jump to a 3-minute break first. We'll be right back.